Yo, GoldJacketLuke here. I'm driving back from therapy right now. One quick announcement is I'm actually working on a new project. It's a surprise, but I'm gonna release it in about probably 3 months. So stay tuned for that. Quick life update is my life is pretty good right now. You know, everything is pretty good. But I remember reading an article once several years ago that said when your life is pretty good, that's actually a dangerous place to be. You know, most people don't take radical or serious action to improve themselves unless they hit a rock bottom, unless their problems become pretty big. Then they go, hey, there's an issue here. I need to change things up. I need to try something new. I need to go to therapy. I need to do whatever it is. But when your life is pretty good, you know, there isn't that big push to, go to therapy or do something. And one thing I realized is I feel like I haven't quite had that, pep in my step that I would like. I feel like I haven't had that feeling of, living at my potential in a while. And hey, Luke, maybe you should try going to therapy again. And for those of you that remember, I went to a Jungian therapist back in 2016 for my porn addiction, and that massively helped me, and I really liked that therapist. Anyways, I decided to contact that therapist a couple weeks ago, and I started going to therapy again, and I'm really enjoying it. Therapy is fun. I really like it, and so far it's already been very helpful. It's something I really recommend. In 2016, I remember when I first realized, hey, my porn addiction is a big problem. I need help. I should see a therapist. I remember back then it took some courage. I remember, when I like Jung and Jungian therapy. So back in 2016, I Googled Jungian therapists and found. I'm gonna pull over here, and I was like, hey, I like this profile of this guy. Let's contact him. And so back in 2016, I remember I put his number in my phone, called. The therapist actually picked up and said, hello, this is blah blah blah, and I actually got nervous and hung up because it takes courage to face getting help with an addiction. It takes courage to face your soul. But I remember back in 2016, after I hung up, I was like, no, this really feels right. You got to do this. And I called him back 2 minutes later and set up the appointment. And I think that was one of the best decisions I've made in my life. And yeah, anyways, a couple weeks ago, it felt really right. You haven't been to therapy in a long time. Let's try therapy again. Let's see how it goes. And I actually contacted that therapist, that Jungian therapist I was seeing years ago, and I just started seeing him again. A big reason is the girl I was dating earlier this year, she was seeing a therapist, and she recommended and encouraged me to go back to therapy. And I was like, you're right, I haven't been to therapy in a long time. I really should. Maybe if you guys are interested, I'll share some insights and discoveries that I've had already in therapy these last 2 weeks, or in the upcoming therapy sessions I have in the future. One message I have for you is, if you've never done therapy, or if it's been a while since you've been in therapy, is I encourage you to try therapy. I really enjoy it. Therapy is fun. I almost think maybe therapy is almost like a need in a way. I feel like it's very healthy for me. That said, there are lots of amazing therapists out there, but at the same time, in my own life coaching work and lots of people I've talked to, they said they've gone to therapists and they didn't quite like the therapist. There's some therapists out there who don't understand porn addiction, or don't even think it's a real thing, or think porn is completely fine to watch. So there's amazing therapists out there, and there's not so good therapists out there. So be careful. But one thing is, if you've never been to therapy before, maybe consider trying it out for a month. It's a new growth experience for you to maybe try therapy if you've never done so. I know therapy is kind of expensive nowadays. I do offer my own life coaching, which is more affordable than most therapists. GoldJacketLuke.com if interested. But yeah, that's my message for today. Maybe I'll share more videos and in the coming weeks about things I've kind of learning and processing and discovering in the therapy I'm currently doing. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you to my Patreons. Check out my other videos. Peace.